Welcome back to another Assassin's Creed Shadows video. In this video we are gonna go briefly through the title update 1.0.2. So it is quite a sizable one for Xbox, almost 20 gigabytes. For the PlayStation 5 it is 11.59 gigabytes. For PC 16 gigabytes, Steam 11 gigabytes, and for Mac it is 9 gigabytes, so quite a sizable one. And if you wanna go through of all of the things in this title update, I will leave the patch notes in the description box down below, so be sure to check them out if you want. The update wasn't the only thing we got. We also did get the Sakura dual pack into the Heating store, and yes, this is exactly the same pack or outfits that were leaked even before the launch of the game, so yeah. These are in the game. The perks are not that good in my opinion. Pretty much if you are going for the endless amounts of adrenaline build, yeah, maybe 10, but other than that I actually think these are actually more for cosmetics than actual use. But the mount in this pack, the Kitsune, it is really cool looking, and I cannot wait to get this for free in the weekly resets that I'm gonna live stream every time I can. Sometimes I will be a little bit late on those, who knows, but yeah, definitely keep your eyes on the channel if you don't want to miss anything, so hit that subscribe button and remember to hit the like as well. Thank you. Also, if you find anything that can be useful to others as well after this update, even if it's something from the patch notes that's actually fixed for the quests or other stuff, or even hidden secrets, hidden changes, let me know in the comments down below. The first thing I'm gonna try, it is gonna be the frames per second in the hideout. Previously it was locked to 30 FPS and now it should be full 60 FPS. And yeah, I really think that one is fixed pretty perfectly, but we are still having the Katsuhime issue. In my previous video, she left, quit Naoe, and I have already received comments that the Katsuhime is still bugged, still missing, so let me know if that is the case for you after this update. And please, if you try, remember to save beforehand so you have something to go back to if it's not fixed. So please, save before doing anything major in the game. As you can see, Yagoro is still giving me the same lines over and over and over again. But moving on, next thing I wanted to try was selecting multiple items for dismantling or selling. So let's try that in our hideout with our blacksmith. And yeah, honestly I haven't sold that much of anything. I actually sold a few gear pieces when I started the game. After that I just kept receiving gear after gear after gear. So yeah, that was really tiresome in my opinion. What you think, let me know in the comments down below. But yeah, I actually didn't bother to dismantling anything or even selling, because you are getting resources and mon actually pretty fast in the game just by playing. And of course if you're doing the contracts that are resetting every season in every region in the game, that is actually a pretty quick way to make a buck. Selecting multiple items seems to be working as intended. Even few selected, you can still dismantle or sell just one, or you can group sell them with holding the button for that. On PlayStation default it is triangle for me, and it was covered with the watermark. Sorry about that. Pretty cool, nice little quality of life improvement right over there. So it actually seems like Ubisoft is actually listening to us and our feedback about the game, which is actually pretty huge in my opinion. Another thing that was mentioned in the patch notes, that some players were having problems to traveling into the hideout when zoomed in 3 times, and yeah, it was perfectly fine for me after the update. So yeah, kudos for that as well. And of course, you know it, I have to try to destroy the shrine. But actually something really crazy happened when I was doing that. Well, first of all, Naoe was taking her shoes off when she entered the shrine, the temple, but that's not all. So let's see what is gonna happen in a few moments. What the heck just happened? Did the objects and the table just bleed out? And also, if you didn't notice, in my opinion, this is looking much smoother when Naoe is performing the heavy attacks. Or what you think? For me, it was looking much smoother. In the objective board, it is easier to go, so with PlayStation, when you are holding the options button, start button, you are directed directly into the objective board. Fantastic, easy access, always good. Moving on to one thing I was criticizing even on my review of the game that actually was dropping the points was the lack of auto follow of the road. I mean, it was really nice for the first time to run around, but if you are only focusing on the main missions, it can get really boring really fast. Especially if you want to go off-roading, that was impossible, and I actually forget to test that before making this video. So if you are playing the game right now, let me know, can you off-road or are you gonna be stuck with every single stick and bamboo? So how you can follow the road? Well, first set one point in your map that you want to go, then you need to use the pathfinder, after that call your mount and then press follow the road. Easy as that. And it is working, But one little complaint, I actually was hoping they would implement the cinematic mode from Valhalla, but that is very minor thing. And it really doesn't bother me that it isn't here, but perhaps in the upcoming update. But definitely all of the things so far absolutely a step in the right direction. Also, Ubisoft did promise us with improved Double Assassinations. I tried that and I am not sure if that is any smoother, any better at all. I need more testing on that one. It was working fine for me before the update and it is working fine for me now. But unfortunately, in the title update, patch notes, a really sad thing in my opinion, because this bug was so much fun, fixed an issue where an NPC does not die after being killed by a finisher or assassination. So basically the headless enemies, or you have to kill the same enemy twice. Some like it, some don't, but to me it was hilarious. But unfortunately that seems to be gone. This next thing might actually be a secret change. I am not sure, but I don't remember any time Ronin's doing this. By the way, Joe Raptor, I DM'd him and he also said he doesn't remember Ronin's doing this. So this actually might be a secret change. So I was throwing my shurikens at the Ronin, the throw was deflected and I was taking quite a lot of damage when the shurikens came back. So if this happened in your playthrough before the update, I am really keen to hear if this is something new or if this is something that wasn't just working for me previously. But I'm definitely gonna test this with throwing knives, with arrows later on. pretty much for the last thing in this video, I want to test if I can call my mount, well, if I can bug my mount in the hideout, basically getting a duplicate mount for my hideout, and no, that didn't work. And how I was getting this to work previously, you may have seen a picture, perhaps maybe on the world map with the mount in the hideout. Yeah, that is from me. And what I was doing, change the mount or your loadout completely from your inventory menu, and it actually may run to you. This worked for me in my live stream before the update, but now it didn't work, so unfortunate thing, because the pictures were actually pretty epic. For now, that was everything, I think, and of course, if you find something useful to you, it may be something useful to others as well. So let us know in the comments down below, and also consider becoming a member of the channel if you want to support the channel even further. You are getting some cool perks like custom emojis that you can use in the live chat or in the comments. Also, you are getting, depending on the level, early access to some of my videos, member only posts. So if you do, that would be much appreciated. And if you still don't have the game and are planning to get it from Ubisoft store, please use my creator code Skatha at the checkout to get a small discount and help the channel that way. Thank you, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.